The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we... And David...
Hey, Kevin.
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, they've got Peyton. Randall out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett at the two-guard spot. Now, here's Bridges, defended by Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
I tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Two teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperations on both sides.
Yeah, and it's easy to start second-guessing yourself, Kevin. You want to make adjustments, but also...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Harkless on the wing. Passes it to Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Over to the wing. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. That one good for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Randall. New York moving the ball around. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Gibson passes to Randall. With 1 on the clock. With the clock winding down. And Randall throws it down.
Well, Julius Randle knows how to get to the offensive window and create shots.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Bridges for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps. That's one he knows he should have drained.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. Washington finds Graham. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's Rozier missing. Peyton outside and stolen by Graham. 3 on 3. Here's Biyombo. And the pass to Washington. That one off the back iron and out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Count that one. That's 7 points for Julius Randle.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Here's Rozier. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. New York again turning it over. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. And then for Charlotte, Zeller comes in for Biyombo. And Dwayne Bacon subbed in for Miles Bridges. And it's Rozier missing.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Bullock passes to Barrett. This one for three. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. So for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Hornets also with a sub. Batum's checked in. Graham with the bucket. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Knox. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And Portis throws it down.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
Bullock passes to Knox. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Zeller. And he banks in the layup.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And Portis throws it down.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Batum dishes to Graham. Here's Bacon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Graham. 4 seconds left. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's Charlotte leading by just 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
You know, I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid.
And Greg Klein, with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Ante Graham is out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3. Washington passes to Graham. Here's Bacon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out to the wing. Back to Zeller. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Hornets now working with the new shot clock. There's Bacon. No good from outside. New York trailing. Passes it to Ellington. He feeds it to Robinson. New York moving the ball around. Portis, the pass to Knox. Here's Ntilikina. Up and in on the layup. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Randall's checked in for Robinson. Harkless comes in for Portis. It's checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Frank Ntilikina. And then for Charlotte, Biyombo is checked in for P.J. Washington. Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Devontae Green.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Payton kicks to Gibson. Lets it go from deep. And Randall throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Rozier. It's deflected.
How about Randall with the send it back block? Nicely done, Julius.
Zeller dishes to Batum. Here's Bridges. Zeller trying to free himself up. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Harkless finds Payton. Barrett wide open. He fires. Offline with his three.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Rozier the pass to Biyombo. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the pass to Gibson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, we know Taj Gibson is not opposed to playing physical basketball. In that instance, he seeks contact and gets an opportunity.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Knicks. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Bridges dishes to Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Payton passes to Bullock. Back to Payton. He kicks it to Bullock. Inside. And Randall throws it down.
Well, the emphatic finish from Julius Randall. Get off your feet, young sir.
Pass to Biyombo. Bridges up top. He's defended by Randall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And that one falls for Bridges. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Taj Gibson. And Bobby Portis subbed in for Randall. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Barrett kicks to Payton. Portis the pass to Bullock. Fires for 3. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Biyombo. Zeller. It's rebounded by New York.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And so Zeller nails both of them. 7 seconds left in the first half. Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. Here's Robinson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson along the first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They were a determined team in the second. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Harkless is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Barrett at the two-guard spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Here's Bridges, banked in off the glass. Bridges has got the lead up to 5 now for Charlotte.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
Out to Payton. Barrett the pass to Randle. New York moving the ball around. Back to Gibson. Off target at the rim. Charlotte leading by 5. Bridges misses. The Knicks shooting reasonably well, 45%. To the inside. Here's Randle, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, the strength of Julius Randle is an obvious asset. This guy, despite being undersized, is able to finish through contact.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Elfrid Payton.
Wayne Ellington.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
Pass to Barrett. Back to Ellington. Kicks it to Randle. 17-foot shot on the way.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Rozier. Got a hand on it.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
And Randle throws it down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good. Well, the vertical of Bismack Biyombo. Yes, I've got a big frame, but I can get off my feet.
Harkless finds Randle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a star player at Kentucky. Julius Randle selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Knox is checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless, and it's Ntilikina in for Barrett. All going up court. They get the rebound. Ellington pass to Ntilikina. Ellington kicks to Ntilikina. 5 to shoot. Knox the pass to Randle. It doesn't go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Randle. And Bobby Portis subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. The pass to Bacon. And here's Batum. To the left wing. Bacon the pass to Batum. Down low. And stolen by Portis. Here's Bullock. Pass to Portis. Robinson up top. Here's Knox. Here's Ntilikina. Graham defending, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Outside, Batum. And he makes good on the layup. Batum's got 6 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Bullock kicks to Ntilikina. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Hornets leading by 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Payton passes to Bullock. Feeds it to Robinson. And stolen by Zeller. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And he gets the bucket. And now a 9-point Hornets lead.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
The Knicks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the technical free throw is good. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Scooped up. Here's Portis. Swiped away. Graham against Payton. Graham gets a wide open look. No good off the front iron.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And it's Bullock missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. New York again turning it over.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for New York. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Terry Rozier comes in for Nicholas Batum. And that one drops for him. Rozier's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Portis finds Barrett. Now Robinson. In the corner, Barrett with it. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Barrett's got 5.
Well, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's Charlotte. They lead by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Charlotte. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Aiken is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Barrett.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randall comes in for Portis, and Ellington is subbed in for Payton. Harkless the pass to Randall. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Bridges dishes to Biyombo. Rozier for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it. Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
Here's Zeller, and the layup's good off the glass. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Pass to Rozier. To the wing right side. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Bacon. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by Rozier. And the Hornets lead by 12.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
That's good from Randall on the assist by Barrett. Randall's got 21.
Boy, Julius Randle is getting to his spots and starting to really cook.
To the paint, here's Biyombo. Got a piece of it. Here's Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Bounce pass from Bridges. Zeller finds Bridges. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Here's Randall, and he slams it down right on top of Bismack Biyombo.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
To the left side wing. Randall brings the double team. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Rozier missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Boy, nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Rozier with the ball. To the right side. And here is Bridges. There's Bacon. Another shot. And Zeller kicks to Bridges. Passes to Rozier. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
So it's the Knicks now. 8-point game. For 3, Smith. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Outside, Martin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Bobby Portis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Martin.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Here's Smith. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was... The tallest building in Michigan, the Renaissance Center. We are nearly ready for the tip-off.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Rozier's out there with Devontae Green. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. Now, here's Bridges. Missed inside.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's Griffin. Wood. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
So it's the Pistons now, following the bucket by the Hornets. And, of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
And it's Graham missing.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Now here's Rose. Over Rozier. Griffin finds Rose. Second shot opportunity. Kennard for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Washington. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Kennard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Snell, the pass to Rose. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Rose has got his second basket.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose. When he's committed to scoring, get out of his way.
And there's another one for the Hornets. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Now here's Rose. Shot, high post. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Some changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Devontae Green. Griffin kicks to Galloway. The pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Wood. Back to Griffin. It's deflected. They retain possession.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Zeller. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
So for the Pistons, Akers checked in for Wood, and it's Brown in for Blake Griffin. Here's Galloway. Pass to Mikhailuk. Kicks it to Brown. To the wing on the left. Shoots the 3. Toomboya can't get it to go. So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 1. For the 3. Drops in the tray. Rozier's got 7.
A good decision maker. Rozier takes and makes the shot he's comfortable with.
There's Galloway. No points in the game yet for him.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Now, here's Rozier. From deep, just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by the Pistons. And here is Maker. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Detroit. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
This game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Batum is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bacon in at the 3 slot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
Rozier, the pass to Bacon. Back to Rozier. Batum scanning the floor. Back to Rozier. Fires the 3. But they get it back. Zeller passes to Bacon. And here is Rozier. Charlotte moving the ball around. A shot by Batum, no good. Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Rozier. He has 7. Beyond the arc. And Henson pulls it down.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Here's McCray. The 3-pointer is right on target. McCray's got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here's Bacon. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Pistons have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Here's Brown. It's deflected. Washington finds Zeller. 1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Passes it to Maker. Brown outside. Now the pass to Doumbouya. From deep. No good on the shot. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And a fast break now for the Hornets. The putback, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pistons leading by 9. Pass to McCray. He dishes it to Henson. Pass to Maker. Back to Henson. Here's McCray to the inside. And slam dunk by Henson.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
58 seconds left in the second quarter. Washington passes to Batum. The kick out to Rozier. Passes it to Batum. Takes a 3. The shot, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Boya with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Brown, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. Some changes for Charlotte. Biyombo is checked in for P.J. Washington. Miles Bridges comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Rozier. Here's Bacon. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Brown with it. And so it's the Detroit Pistons up by a dozen here. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And that does it for our...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And, you know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Wood in at the center position. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Rose, they get it again. Goes back up. Wood can't hit. Hornets trail by 14. Bridges, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 5. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. Good on the shot. Snell's got his first points of the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Washington finds Rozier. Graham from outside. Charlotte no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Rose gets the bucket. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Now here's Griffin. 1:51 left to play in the third.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Mikhailuk is checked in, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Batum for Rozier.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Wood. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. Henson's checked in for the Pistons. Doumbouya comes in for Luke Kennard. Here's Zeller, and he makes the 8-footer. Zeller's got 4 this quarter.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Here's Galloway. From the line, Graham with the rebound.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Galloway, the pass to Mikhailuk. 2 points. That one goes.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Graham with the bucket. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. The pass to Doumbouya. Here's Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
And so it's Detroit holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. McDaniels is out there with Martin. And there's Monk. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Martin in at shooting guard.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class, Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5-stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
For the Pistons, Christian Woods checked in for Thon Maker. Tony Snell comes in for McCray. And it's Rose in for Brown. Snell finds Griffin, shoots over Washington. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Monk made second-team All-American in his only year with the Wildcats, looking unstoppable on many occasions.
I mean, he just overwhelmed college opponents with his athleticism. But you get to the NBA, you find out how many great athletes are in this league. That's when you have to retool aspects of your game, which is what Monk is in the process of doing.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Now, here's Washington, defended by Griffin. And it's Rozier missing.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
It's a rough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. Blake Griffin absorbing a lot of contact in the painted area.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Here's Rose. They get the rebound. Wood. Griffin trying to get open. Wood with the bucket. Wood's got 4 points this quarter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Out to the right wing. Rozier looking around. Clock at 6. That one, no good. And Detroit the other way now. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Kennard kicks to Snell. Outside Griffin. Back to Snell. From the arc. But they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Pass to Kennard. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Snell, no good. Hornets trail by 20.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they pick up 2.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
I tell you what, he's tenacious on the drive, isn't he? I mean, Monk constantly looking to get to the free throw line.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Makers checked in for Griffin. Doumbouya comes in for Tony Snell. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Brandon Knight in for Rose. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Washington. Martin's checked in for Miles Bridges. And Martin subbed in for Rozier. Doumbouya can't get it to go.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Galloway pulls it down. Pass to Knight. Over Martin. A shot by Knight, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a shot from a little earlier as the Hornets get off the team. But
thanks very much.
oh, I love that story. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. P.J. Washington is out there with Miles Bridges. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. And for Washington, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Wall finds Hachimura. Here's Beal. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bridges against Beal. Lays it up off the glass. Bridges has got the game going here with the first basket for the Hornets. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The layup off target.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
And it's Washington missing. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Bonga deciding where to go with it. And another miss by Washington.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Biyombo, the pass to Graham. Rozier kicks to Graham. Biyombo dishes to Graham. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
There's Beal with the 3. And that one's good. Hachimura.
Well, when you play with the level of focus and energy level that Rui brings nightly, Hachimura able to create that second chance opportunity. Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Ball passes to Bonga. Shoots from 14. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Absolutely love the energy that Thomas Bryant brings nightly. He earns his rebounds.
Now Rozier over to the left wing. Three-pointer. Graham bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Washington, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Beal gets a wide-open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Washington's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Control from outside. And the pass to Bonga. Back to Wall. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. The open shot by Beal. Wizards working now with the new shot clock. Wall passes to Bryant. Back to Wall. 5 on the clock. And another shot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just the size and the ability to get off his feet makes that such an easy finish for Thomas Bryant. Go ahead, young sir.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And what Bryant has been showing more and more of is the ability to read the floor and make good decisions.
Right, Greg. This is a very smart guy who dominated in high school and college just because of his size. He overwhelmed opponents. Now we're seeing him pass out of double teams. Shot selection is better. Timing and pick and roll is now superb. This guy has really grown.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly. Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Smith surveying the D. Pass to Bertens. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mahimi. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as John Mahimi does, he cleans up.
Graham inside the line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. Payton dishes to Smith. Payton outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Payton's got 5.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Zeller. Bridges kicks to Zeller. Graham from outside. They grab their own miss. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Smith the pass to Bertens. It's up a 3. The kick out to Brown. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards out front, up 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Being yourself, being in your own.
You know, Greg, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Hornets. They've got Batum. Aiken is out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Zeller, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Rozier finds Zeller. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's Bacon. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Bertans now top of the key. Back to Payton. Latre. It's a hand on it, and it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for the Wizards.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Smith for 3. Payton kicks to Smith. Passes it to Wagner. Tries again. The kick out to Brown. A 3-ball. Batum grabs the miss. Hornets trail by 7.
A smooth athlete with that near 7-foot wingspan. Brown has the positional versatility that every team craves.
And Greg, it's not just the physical attributes. Brown is smart. He's highly skilled. He played point guard in high school, so you know you can run the offense through him. He's got great handle, great instinct, so much to like.
Here's Washington. They get it back. Wizards leading by 3. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Wagner. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, you can't let Wagner get established like that. If he does, scoring is easy.
Making the pass to Washington. Batum wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. For Washington, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Smith the pass to Wagner. Smith kicks to Payton. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And at last year's trade deadline, it surprised some people that Bertans was one of the hottest names out there.
Right. Bertans goes from a guy who was getting limited minutes in San Antonio to playing around 30 per game for Washington. There were reports that suggested the Wizards were asking for at least 1 first-round pick and maybe a sweetener. Boy, does that show you the value of a sweet shooting big man.
Outside for Beal. Over Rozier. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
There's the pass to Rozier. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Bridges. Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Beal. It's on target from the high post. Beal's got his first 2 points.
That jumper translates to every spot on the floor. Bradley Beal becomes harder and harder to guard.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Biyombo. And it's Beal in the corner. 18 feet out. Mahimi tipped back in for 2. Mahimi's got his second bucket of the game to go. Hornets trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Hachimura against Bridges. Pass to Washington. Rozier for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Rozier's got 5 now.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
And so it's Washington. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll do it for our halftime report.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Here's Graham. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Beal. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Beal's got the first field goal the second half for the Wizards. Takes the 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
Beal drives in, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Graham against Beal. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Graham missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Beal is good for 3. Beal's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
How about the pre-shot preparation by Bradley Beal? So good in the catch-and-shoot game.
And the Hornets call time here. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Wizards leading by 9. From deep three-point range, hands it from downtown. Beal's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Wizards. And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wall taking his time here. And Wall with the slam.
Yeah, he can finish like an elite shooting guard. Wall with the size and burst to throw it down with ease.
Batum passes to Rozier. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. Rozier's got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the middle. Brown kicks to Wall. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
Rozier against Wall. Goes up to the stripe. And it's Rozier missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And Batum kicks to Biyombo. Making the pass to Biyombo. Here's Batum. For 3. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got 9 rebounds now tonight. There's Beal with the 3. A second chance effort. Hachimura, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
He doesn't get the second one. Wizards leading by 10.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Wizards shooting a meager 37% for the game. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Monte Graham is out there with Bacon, and it's Bridges in at the 3.
Bradley Beal has always been such a sweet shooter from distance. Man, is that pretty.
Passes to Bacon. From deep. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Graham.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
The pass to Bonga. Back to Beal. Now, here's Wagner. And stolen by Zeller. And here we go. Bacon the pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Bridges passes to Washington. From downtown, Graham. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Bertens. The 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Graham. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards leading by 6. Bridges against Beal. Shoots over Bridges. Here's Wagner. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards. John Wall comes in for Smith. Charlotte also making some changes. Rambo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. And it's Rozier in for Dwayne Bacon. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Washington, and the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
To the paint. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. And now it's a 10-point Wizards lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Outside, Wall. Inside. The shot by Mahimi, no good. And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Mo Wagner's checked in for Davis Bertans.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Wall kicks to Wagner. A rebound by Washington.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Bridges finds Biombo. And here is Rozier. Three-pointer, Graham drills it from outside.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal taking his time here. Over Graham. The shot by Beal, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Here's Beal. Offensive rebound.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Passes it to Rozier. Back to Graham. And there's the pass to Washington. Can't knock in the 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know what I love? That John Wall has stated clearly he would like to be the MVP of the NBA. I've no problem with that. You want guys to be ambitious.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Bradley Beal.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And so it's the Wizards with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. Beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, the site for the Knicks. Pure, natural scores. Unleashed and roaming the floor. The prowess of R.J. Barrett and Julius. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in at the guard position. And for Charlotte, they've got P.J. Washington. Rozier's out there with Devontae Graham. Then it's Bridges. And it's Biyombo at the center position. Here's Rozier, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier's got the ball. Pass to Graham. From outside the arc. Doesn't go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. From outside, off the mark. Barrett kicks to Payton. Barrett the pass to Harkless. Some nice passing by New York here. Payton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, I'm sure the scouting report had something like put a body on Taj Gibson. That time the defense did not.
Graham gets a wide open look. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Payton looking it over. Pass to Barrett. Biyombo with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And they double up Payton. Knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Barrett the pass to Payton. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from Gibson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Graham with the bucket.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And Randall throws it down.
And that's a good heads-up play there from R.J.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, at 6'9", Taj Gibson has the ability to get up there and throw it down.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to say, oh, come on.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
Out to the wing. To the inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Charlotte has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's the pass to Bridges. He kicks it to Graham. Lets the 3 fly. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Throws it up high, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for Biombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Devontae Green. Portis, the pass to Knox. Rozier against Robinson. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Knox. Makes it off the glass.
Nice control by Knox. Just impressive and committed to that shot.
Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Rozier for three. But they'll get another chance. Zeller finds Washington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. Charlotte shooting their first free throws of this game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Knicks trail by 3. Robinson left side, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. And the call up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Hornets lead by 3. And the second quarter will get under.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur, Greg.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. We've got Knox. Bobby Portis out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Ntilikina in at the 1 spot. It's tipped, and it's Bullock in the corner. Knox, the pass to Robinson. Back to Knox. New York moving the ball around. Down low. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
And Bones, he's got a 7-foot wingspan. Certainly the defensive potential is there for Frank Ntilikina.
Well, the questions have always been about the other end and whether or not Frank can find a way to score more efficiently on a nightly basis. Still young and still some room to grow.
And again, the Hornets missing.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Knox, the pass to Portis. Dishes it to Robinson. Back to Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Now, how about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And then Washington with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the dunk by Zeller.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Knicks trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Portis. A rebound by Washington. The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Batum passes to Washington. Kicks to Zeller. Wide open look. It's rebounded by New York. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Knox. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And Knox just flying right now.
Hornets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Rozier. Offensive rebound. Here's Batum. Pass to Rozier. Here's the three. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Bacon's got his first bucket in this one. The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his second season.
And maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Well, at the time, Robinson's journey to the draft was such a big story, but now the story is getting bigger as he continues to improve his game and dominate the inside of NBA play.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Yambo, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. Bridges comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Terry Rozier. The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. 1:44 left in the first half. To the left wing. Three-pointer. Graham sinks the triple. Graham's got 10 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Payton. Tries again. Gibson passes to Randall. Good work there as it goes. 6 points for him.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Graham against Payton. Graham kicks to Zeller. Graham surveying the floor. Bacon the pass to Graham. Zeller trying to free himself up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Feeds to Randall. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. Here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot by Ellington, no good. Charlotte in the lead. Inside. It's tipped. Harkless with the steal. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Payton seems to have a knack for getting to the right spot, and this time predicted it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Graham from outside. Yambo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Barrett the pass to Randall. Payton kicks to Harkless. Kept alive by New York. Back to Randall. 1 second left, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, Randall not giving up on that play, smells that one out, grabs the ball, and gets 2 more.
It's a tie game in Charlotte. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Devontae Graham. What a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got Bismack Biyombo. Devontae Graham is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
Here's Washington, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Washington's got 8. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Here's Graham. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Rozier finds Bridges. Here's Graham. He's defended by Randall. Fires from deep. And Devontae Graham good for 3. Now it's a 3-point Hornets lead. Discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
Here's Payton. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The pass to Bridges. The dish to Biyombo. Charlotte moving the ball around. At the top of the key, Graham. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Barrett, and it's blocked.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
Gibson passes to Randall. Back to Gibson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Barrett kicks to Gibson. The Hornets pull it in. Washington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Graham, the pass to Washington. It's tipped and stolen by Payton. And the shot goes in. Payton's got 4 this quarter. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Bridges passes to Biyombo. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
And how about RJ getting a little bit fancy with that one as he flushes it home.
It's good. Bridges has got his 2nd basket of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Right side Gibson. Stolen by Washington. Here's Bridges. And Harkless pulls it down.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
The Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
Here's Batum. Graham kicks to Batum. Passes it to Bridges. Graham in the corner. Clock at 4. Pass to Batum. Bridges inside the three-point line. The shot misses. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Three-pointer, Graham. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 2. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And that's a strength of Mitchell Robinson's game, a force in the paint.
They get it back, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. Knox the pass to Bullock. Back to Knox. He kicks to Ellington. And a miss there on the triple. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Hornets ahead, up 2. And we'll be back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, they've got Reggie Bullock. Knox out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard. Bridges shot. Good.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
Batum. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Ntilikina wanting to be assertive and the coaching staff encouraging that kind of play.
Portis against Bridges. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Shoots from the elbow. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Robinson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Cody Zeller. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Washington's checked in for Bridges. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Devontae Graham. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. Rozier kicks to Batum. Clock at 6. Here's Zeller. Bullock with the rebound. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The score now all even.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. There's Bacon. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. Clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Charlotte making a switch here. Biyombo's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Rozier with the steal. Washington inside. Working on Portis.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Portis can't get it to go. The Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. There's Bacon. Here's Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Barrett dishes to Harkless. And it goes down 2 points.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Julius Randle picks one up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Bridges is checked in for Dwayne Bacon. And New York with a change here, too. Gibson's checked in.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line. And he...
That was huge! Incredible.
That's all because Taj Gibson got set up early and was ready to deliver.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Gibson sends it back. And they get it back. Biyombo kicks to Bridges. Second chance shot. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 5 rebounds tonight. New York moving it around. Randle passes to Payton. Right side Gibson. Harkless on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Here's Randle. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
How about Randle? Dependable big in a big moment.
Here's Washington. Yes!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Bridges. Now, here's Rozier. It's in!
A great sign of how confident Rozier is. He wants to be the leader, and you need your leader to come through with buckets like that.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And here is Bridges.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Biyombo. Misses from short range. Harkless with it. Target. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a night.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point. And for the Hornets, P.J. Washington is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Miles Bridges. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Rozier in at the one spot. Now here's Rose. From 10 feet out, Wood. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
It's nice to see Rozier being the aggressor, dictating the action, putting the defender on defense.
And so he makes both from the line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Rose passes to Snell. Griffin trying to get open. Rose, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Bridges shot, good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Pass to Wood. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here's Rozier. Jacks up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Rozier's got 5 now.
Defensively, teams worry about Rozier's speed, so when he pulls up off the bounce, he usually gets a good look.
Kennard's shot is off.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Rozier for 3. Kennard with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Rozier kicks to Bridges. Graham from outside. It's hauled in by Wood. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. No good on that one. Charlotte is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball. And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Here's Rozier following the score by Derrick Rose. And it's Rozier missing. Right side Rose. Kennard against Graham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Snell finds Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Some changes for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. Then for the Pistons, Mikhailuk is checked in. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. A different look here for Detroit. Thon Maker's checked in for Wood. Doumbouya comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Kennard. And it's Graham missing. And so Brown will bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 1. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Batum passes to Bacon. And Zeller kicks to Graham. Buries it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Pass to Maker. That one, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Batum wide open, he fires. And the shot is long. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pulls it from the elbow. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And the basket by Maker.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Graham surveying the floor. The 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Washington inside. And then Washington with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Maker, Brown out there with McCray. Then there's Doumbouya, and it's Henson in at the 5 down low. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Brown dishes to Doumbouya. The jump hook kept alive. And the Hornets shooting not great, 40% for the game. Here's Washington. No good off the back of the rim. And, well, Detroit shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Brown, and he banks in the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Here's Washington. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. There's Bacon. The baseline J off the mark. Pistons leading by 4. Maker with the ball. And Zeller picks him up defensively. Maker passes to Brown. And the shot goes in. Brown's got 10 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Maker kicks to McCray. Now the pass to Brown. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Batum for 3. Zeller passes to Washington. Shot clock at 5. A new 14 for Charlotte. And Zeller kicks to Graham. Making the pass to Washington. Right wing. Tries it again, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo is checked in for P.J. Washington. Miles Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Devontae Graham. Snell, the pass to Rose. Bridges with the board. Hornets trail by 4.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really generally happy for Derrick Rose.
So he gets them both. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Bridges. Back to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Zeller. And again, the Hornets missing. Pistons leading by 6. Moving it up. Here's Rose. Back to Griffin. The putback. Pistons keep it alive. Rose kicks to Snell. Passes it to Griffin. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the right side. Takes the turnaround J. Rebounded by the Pistons. Kennard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Feeds it to Snell.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Hornets trail by 10. Here's Zeller. That shot missing. Griffin with some nice D. And finished off by Wood.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh,
with confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. The clock. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They were always within striking distance. And that should do it with the...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Charlotte shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. We've got Devontae Graham. P.J. Washington is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Rozier in at the point. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Washington passes to Bridges. From the wing, it's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 6 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Three-pointer, Graham. That shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. Back to Rose. Whistle blows. Basket is good.
Shot's
so
good.
A chance here for a 3-point play.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Graham with the ball. Looking to end the run. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Graham's got 6 points.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
And he dunks it down.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Hagan, he's checked in for Washington. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. Rose, that's good.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose. When he's committed to scoring, get out of his way.
From deep. Offensive rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Now, here's Biyombo. Defense is right there. Out left to the wing. Here's Bacon. Off target from three-point range. Detroit leading by 20. Kennard finds Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Pass to Bridges. To the left side wing. Graham from outside. Rebound, Detroit.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Enzo Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie second team. It's a terrific story.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. Monk comes in for Ogier. Then for the Pistons, Dumboya comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kennard.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Here's Mikhailuk. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him. Monk, the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Bacon. Some solid defense from Brown.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Here's Snell with the putback. And so it's the Detroit Pistons ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Brandon Knight. Doumbouya is out there with Maker. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3, the small forward. Outside Knight. Over Martin. That one wide left. And so here's Charlotte. It's Martin on the wing. And he drops it in from the low post.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Out left to the wing. Fires it up. Maker. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Here's Mikhailuk. It's not going to go for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. Shoots a 3. And it's Martin missing. Pistons leading by 21. Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Langston Galloway with a nice assist. Hopefully we can see more of this.
Three-pointer, Graham. Doumbouya pulls it in.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
To the inside. And contact on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That one falls.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Rose, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Charlotte called for the foul. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Rose, good.
Not lacking confidence, this is for sure. Rose enjoys catching and firing like this.
Washington, that's good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Rose kicks to Doumbouya. Back to Rose. And the pass to Kennard. The Pistons working the ball around now. Griffin dishes to Rose. 5 on the clock. Doumbouya can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 21.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Blake Griffin.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Fires from the wing. Wood passes to Griffin. Doumbouya gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Rose passes to Griffin. No good there. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bridges misses. Rose with the ball. Working on Biyombo. Griffin kicks to Doumbouya. Here's the three. The offensive rebound. Three-pointer. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. And now Washington starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. All runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3. And for Charlotte, we've got Terry Rozier. Miles Bridges is out there with P.J. Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the 2. Here's Bridges. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Now, this is what we saw from Bridges in college. The live body, able to make contact and complete plays.
And see, really, because of that raw athleticism, Rozier was a mid-first-round pick back in 2015. And you can see, though, that skill set is evolving.
Well, that's why Charlotte gave him the 3-year, $58 million contract. I mean, the feeling is he's still reaching his full potential. We saw signs of growth last year.
Now, here's Rozier. Following the miss by John Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. That one's not going to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Beal deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. He's covered by Washington. Here's Wall. Oh, that was something else.
We all know Wall loves putting on a show. He has some ridiculous dunks up his sleeve.
Hachimura finds Beal. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. From the arc, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
To the paint, here's Washington. Here's Biyombo. Passes it to Washington. Biyombo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass from the tip.
Wall passes to Hachimura. Back to Wall. The pass to Beal. From deep three-point range, a rebound by Washington. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. There's another turnover by the Hornets.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wall draws the double to the wing right side. Here's Bonga. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, man, an aggressive player. Bryant makes things happen, putting in the second chance points.
Rozier against Wall. Biyombo kicks to Rozier. Three-pointer, Graham. Hachimura grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Bryant. Here's Beal. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Takes the 3. And no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Wall passes to Beal. Shoots the 3. Beal with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Now here's Bryant. Following the miss by Miles Bridges. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Bryant giving his all to keep the play alive, muscling his way to the putback dunk.
Inside. Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Biyombo. Charlotte moving it around. Zeller passes to Bridges. Now here's Graham. And the Hornets miss again. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Wall finds Bryant. Beal from long range. Beal can't get that one to fall.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack from him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
And the basket by Rozier.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
To the middle. Outside Beal. From the top of the key. That doesn't go either for Beal.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Bridges passes to Biyombo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Bertans passes to Mahimi. With 1 on the clock. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Washington out in front, leading by just 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Travis Bertans out there with Mahimi. Then it's Smith. Then it's Troy Brown. And it's Payton in at the 2-guard spot. And it's Rozier missing. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. The 3 from Bertans. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Ahead. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Mo Wagner's checked in for Ian Mahimi. Charlotte on D. They trail by 1.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Rozier, the pass to Bacon. Back to Rozier. Batum dishes to Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bacon. Here's Washington, and he converts the layup. Washington's got 4 points in the quarter.
Strong inside play from Washington. I mean, he gets it to go in with an aggressive play.
Passes to Bertans. Out to the right wing. Down low. Here's Wagner. Hits the jumper in space. And the Wizards lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now, here's Rozier. No good with the triple. Smith, the pass to Bertans. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And it's a 3-point Wizards lead. The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Washington kicks to Batum. Rozier, the pass to Washington. Back to Rozier. From deep. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Smith for 3. Bertans finds Wagner. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Zeller. Oh, that's blocked. Brown feeling it out a bit. Payton outside. Wizards passing it around. A shot by Bertans. Nobody around. And it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, but they're needing to fight from behind.
A three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The pass to Zeller. Here's Bacon. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here is Washington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Washington leading now by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Payton passes to Wagner. Back to Payton. Rozier against Smith. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Rozier for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards lead by 5. And now let's... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Charlotte. Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. Now
Graham. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Misses the 3. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Beal gets a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Hornets trail by 7.
And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Well, ball handlers like Rozier lift the whole team. I mean, his personality and attitude keep morale high through the entire game.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Right side, Beal, a 3-ball. Bridges with the board.
He's done almost no damage from 3-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Washington kicks to Bridges. Graham against Beal. This one for 3. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Graham.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
Wall's shot is good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And it's Graham missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
But they recover it. The kick out to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Outside Beal. Off target with his 3.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Graham. And that one hits back iron.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Wall passes to Bonga. Here's Hachimura. Beal with it. Shoots over Washington. Kept alive. Mahimi kicks to Wall. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Speed, the precision of Wall. It's just electrifying. Exceptional at knifing into the D and forcing them to foul.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Smith for 3. And Bacon pulls it down. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Wizards leading by 6. Smith outside. To the paint. Trying to find Wagner and gets it to him.
In last year.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Pass to Bertens from the wing. And that one goes long.
Now, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Got it off in time. That shot misses. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Wizards leading by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Washington leading now by 5. So on the floor for Washington. Travis Bertans out there with Troy Brown. Then it's Wall. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Smith in at the point guard position. Back to Wall. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Left side, Wall. Bryant finds Smith. They grab their own miss.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Hornets shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Graham surveying the floor. Here's Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Well, that's the athleticism of Batum on full display. Really leaping up and powering the jam down.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The three from Bertans. Hornets with the rebound. Zeller's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And it's Graham missing.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's become a weight around him. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
The long distance three is buried. Graham's got 11 in the second half.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for it.
And again, Washington no good. Hornets trail by 4. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Bridges passes to Zeller. Charlotte moving it around. Graham from outside. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Bertans for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the 3. That makes him a very tough cover.
The 3. Second shot opportunity. And Zeller kicks to Bridges. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo is checked in for Cody Zeller. B.J. Washington comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And it's Rozier in for Nicholas Batum. Rozier against Beal. And he lays it straight in. Beal's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
Oh, you love how Beal rises over the D. He loves out-muscling them at every turn.
And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That is his first foul of the game. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. There's Beal with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Graham gets a wide open look. No good on the 3.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps shooting. Can anybody tell me nothing is falling for him? He's going to end the game on a bad note if he keeps this up.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Graham finds Rozier. To the wing on the left, to the middle. Graham with the ball. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Graham's got 14 points here in the second half.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down.
And Beal puts up a deep 3. And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Wizards.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
Three-pointer. Beal with another miss. And the Hornets with possession here, trailing by 10. Offensive rebound. Washington kicks to Graham. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
From deep, Wall. A rebound by Washington. Three-pointer, Graham. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Missed. And so Washington takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.